Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video from Rediscovering World. Today we are in Kairouan. It's a famous city in Tunisia. So this is our apartment where we stayed overnight. So we came in the Kairouan late night and we were not able to see our apartment so clearly. So I thought of having a video in the first place. So I just came out of the apartment. I'm just having a look around and see how's the apartment look like. So let's go and see, and I'll just show you how's the apartment. It's the double-storied house and the landlord lives on the ground floor. So we met in the late night. So she was so nice and was able to explain everything in detail. So now we are just heading to the first floor where the apartment is. So it's I think it's a 2-bedroom house. We got a living room. This is the living room, you can see, and 1 bedroom on the right side, and it's have a balcony over it, so we can have just a good view of the town of Kairouan from here. It's we call this it's the place where the local people lives mainly. It's a bit around 5 minutes far from the main city, but it's quite a calm and peaceful area. But one of the major drawback I could say was a lack of an air conditioner. So it was so hot, we were feeling so difficult in having a good sleep last night. So we have to kept the 2 fan put on the top speed. So it was quite a difficult night for us, because especially with these 2 kids, we felt so difficult having it was quite difficult to stay here without an air conditioner. So I would really recommend people who comes here to Kairouan especially to book a house which has got an air conditioner, because it would be terrible hot, especially in the summer. So now we are heading towards the Kairouan city, and the most important attraction in the city is the Great Mosque of Kairouan. So I'll just briefly explain to you what's Kairouan and everything. So Kairouan is one of the important places to visit in North Africa. So with its UNESCO title, numerous historical sites, it includes one of the holiest place in the Islamic religion, and that's the Great Mosque, and the Medina are among the Kairouan's main attractions. So we are traveling to Kairouan as a part of our road trip from Tunis. So it's quite a long ride, so we were able to reach only late night. So we thought of exploring the city in the morning. So we are planning to go to Great Mosque in the first place. So we are now reached the main entrance of the Great Mosque. So you can see it's surrounded by walls. So when you get inside, you can see the mosque straight ahead, and there is a Medina which is on the left side of the mosque. So we thought of parking the car nearby and having some sort of a breakfast in the morning, because we are quite hungry at that time. So let's go and explore the mosque after having a breakfast. Okay. So we parked the car around the corner, and luckily we met a guide. So he is a professional guide, as well as he has got a small shop near to the mosque. So he was explaining to us that we can hire him so that he can show around the mosque and take us to the Medina. So I thought like it's quite a good idea having a guide who can show us the most important stuff and tell us briefly about the mosque and everything. So yeah, we thought of having him. So we told him that we need to have some sort of a breakfast as the first thing in the morning. So he told us that there is a good restaurant which we call it as Dar Lela Habiba. I think that's the way we pronounce it. So he took us to that restaurant. It's quite a double-storied restaurant which is quite close to the mosque. So we thought of having the breakfast from here. Actually, we are the first guest for the restaurant. I think there is no one literally there. So he took us to the inner part of the restaurant. It's quite a big one, and I think he mentioned to us that they can provide us nice food, and it's quite a good and highly recommended restaurants in Kairouan, and I was able to have a look through it in the Google even. So it's briefly a beautiful traditional home. It's converted into a multi-storied restaurant, and it has got an amazing view of the famous mosque next door. And the owner of the restaurant was quite friendly, and he was able to serve us some good food. And we were like literally we were not able to look into the menu, so we asked them which is the best food which we can get it as early as possible, because we are so hungry at that time. So I think this hotel is quite busy, especially during the season times. I think we have to make prior reservation before you arrive. So the restaurant was restored to preserve its traditional atmosphere and thus offering a modern comfort in a historic setting. So you can see a lot of historic stuff throughout the restaurant, and it's a total immersion in Tunisian history and culture. So certainly this historic guest house has been carefully restored to preserve its traditional atmosphere while offering modern comfort to travelers. So the breakfast was such a superb. We don't have anything to say bad about it. They have served the food in the traditional utensils of Tunisia. So you can see each and every corner of the guest house exudes authenticity, from walls with traditional azulejos to vaulted ceilings and period furniture. So I think the paintings, I don't know whose painting is this, but it was amazing painting. So we really enjoyed being there. So we tried to get some photos with a good background, and we really enjoyed being there. And my guide told us it's also a guest house, so they offer a good accommodation on the top. So it's quite a good, and even I was able to shoot a video inside the bathroom. You can see how the washing area is made of. So we had a good time over there. Now it's a time to move on to the Grand Mosque. So our guide was waiting outside. So we thought of like just walking into the mosque and explore what's inside it. So let's go. The Great Mosque of Kairouan is the oldest Muslim place of worship in Africa and is commonly regarded as the fourth holiest site in Islam. So it's founded in 670, and this ancient mosque is an architectural time portal that illustrates the mixed influence of pre-Islamic, Roman and Byzantine architecture. So our guide was just explaining to us the different stuff of the mosque. So on the right side is the entry to the imam. That's the one who stands in front while we start our prayer, and on the left side is the place for washing, like means the ablution before we go for the prayer. So that's on the left side, and it's like I think it's like a rectangular shape. So it's on the left side we got the entrance to the mosque. So I'll just briefly explain to you what's the mosque and what's its importance. Okay, so it's one of the important mosques in North Africa, and it's also known as Sidi Uqba. The Great Mosque of Kairouan is Islam's fourth most holiest site, and I don't know whether it is true or not. It's been said that 7 pilgrimages to this mosque are considered as equivalent to 1 pilgrimage to Mecca. So I'm not pretty sure about the truth of that. So it's rebuilt in 9th century. It's not only one of the major monuments of Islam, but also a universal architectural masterpiece. So once we go inside, we can see how the mosque is built of. Okay, so the structure of Kairouan Mosque is a part of an expansive complex. So actually this monument itself covering about 1800 square meters. So inside we got a prayer room with 70 naves supported by carved columns, as well as the finely decorated mihrab, a special niche indicating the direction of Mecca. So outfitted in marble panels and luster tiles, which is covered in floral patterns. That I will all show you when we go inside the main prayer room. So this is the main entrance. So I think we did not pay any money for the entrance, as we are Muslims. So I think the non-Muslims has to pay some sort of money. I don't think it's quite expensive. So this is the main courtyard. This is the center part of that, and you can see the dome on the right side and the big minaret on the left side. So this is the main center part of the mosque. You can see a pool which is known as Old Cistern, and what is said to be the oldest surviving pool. It's finely carved in wooden pulpit of Asian teak. So it's the pool where the Muslims go for taking ablution. That's what we do before going to the prayer. And outside there is a decorated flagstone courtyard and towering and a 3-story minaret. So it's just a replication of like the biggest lighthouses of Romans, but it's like a 32 meters. It remains one of the city's highest structures till now. So the first mosque was built in Kairouan in 670, shortly after the arrival of Muslims to North Africa. It was built by the founder of Kairouan, Sidi Uqba. He was a companion of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and an Arab general who led the Muslim conquest of Maghreb. Uqba was born in Mecca and grew up in Egypt and traveled from there to the west, serving and preaching Islam to these areas. The current Great Mosque was built by Emir Abu Ibrahim Ahmad in 1863. I think the previous one was destroyed by an earthquake. So this was rebuilt by Emir Abu Ibrahim Ahmad. So when we walk through these areas, we feel having a spiritual feeling, especially it's one of the historical and holiest site for Muslims especially. So the whole historic city of Kairouan, including this mosque, is protected by UNESCO World Heritage for its special religious and cultural significance, and it's an impressive tourist attraction today. So now you can see we are going to enter the prayer room of the mosque. So let's go and explore the inner area of the prayer room. The prayer hall is located on the southern side of the courtyard, and it is can be accessed by 17 carved wooden doors. So you can see a portico with double row of arches which precedes the spacious prayer hall, which takes the shape of a rectangle of around 70 meters in width and 37 meters in depth. The central nave, it's a sort of a alley which leads to the mihrab, is significantly higher and wider than the other 16 aisles of the prayer hall. So we can see the lights hanging like a small glass lamps, which was like previously. So the naves open into the south portico of the courtyard by the monumental, delicately carved wooden door. In the prayer hall, you can see 414 columns of marble granite, which has been taken from different ancient sites of the country to support the horseshoe arches. So a legend says that they could not count them without going blind. The shafts of the columns are carved in marble of different colors and different backgrounds. So those in white marbles comes from, I think, from Italy, and some shafts located in the area of mihrab are in red, which is imported from Egypt. So I think, and while those made of greenish or pink marble are from quarries of northwest of Tunisia. So Although the shafts are of varying heights, the columns are ingeniously arranged to support fallen arches harmoniously. So this is the mihrab, which indicates the direction of Qibla, in front of which the Imam stands during the prayer. It's located in the middle of the southern wall of the prayer hall. So you can see a oven-shaped niche framed by two marble columns and topped by a painted wooden half cupola. So you can see the old writings, Arabic writings. So it was quite an impressive one. So we were able to walk around through the mosque. I think there is a lot of history being there, and I was able to read through some part of it, but it was quite a deep history being in the Kairouan Mosque. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. So we will be moving towards the Medina nest. So that video will be uploaded in the next week. So until then, stay tuned and kindly like and subscribe. And it's me, Abil and Hannah signing off. Take care. Bye.